Forget everything you think you know about warfare. Seriously. Because the next global conflict, it's not going to start with the roar of jets or the rumble of tanks. It's going to be silent, invisible, and fought at the literal speed of light. I mean, just think about that for a second. What if a weapon could hit its target with absolutely zero warning, traveling faster than anything humans have ever built? It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right?
Well, here's the thing. It's not. This isn't some distant future we're talking about. This is happening right now.
There is a new global arms race underway, and it has nothing to do with who has the biggest missile or the most tanks. No, this is a race to see who can master the fundamental laws of physics and turn them into a weapon. So let's start with weapons of pure energy. These are not just concepts on a whiteboard. They are already changing the battlefield. They're called directed energy weapons, and they are a complete game changer. So what exactly is a directed energy weapon, or DEW for short? Well, for all of human history, weapons have been about kinetic energy. You know, throwing a rock, firing a bullet, launching a missile. It's about a physical object hitting another physical object. DEWs throw that whole idea out the window. Instead, they shoot a focused beam of pure energy to melt, fry, or simply destroy a target. And these weapons come in two main flavors. On one side, you've got high-energy lasers. Think of these as a ridiculously powerful focus beam of light that can literally burn through the metal skin of a drone or completely melt the sensors on an incoming missile. And on the other side, you have high-power microwaves, or HPMs. These things are wild. They project radio waves that are like a giant EMP, frying the electronic circuits of a target and disabling it without ever physically touching it. It just stops working. So, how in the world does a microwave weapon actually work? Let's break it down. It all starts with a massive power source. We're talking big batteries or generators. That energy gets converted into these incredibly short, high-voltage bursts. Those bursts then generate the microwave waves, which an antenna focuses into a tight beam. And while all this is happening, a tracking system has a lock on a target, blasting it with that invisible energy until its electronics are totally cooked. Now, here is where it gets really interesting. The cost. I mean, why would you fire a multi-million-dollar missile to shoot down a $10,000 drone? It just doesn't make sense. Well, the cost to fire a high-energy laser shot is about $1. One. Now, of course, that doesn't count the massive upfront cost of building the system itself, but once it's built, the economics of warfare are completely flipped on their head. And this illustrates the tactical advantage perfectly. Think about it. A naval ship can run out of missiles, a jet can run out of bombs, but a DEW system, it has a virtually unlimited magazine. As long as you have power, it can keep on firing. That completely changes how you think about defense. Now, this kind of revolution in technology has not gone unnoticed, and there's one country in particular that's been quietly pouring billions into what it calls new concept weapons for decades now. So let's take a look at China's growing sci-fi arsenal. You see, China's interest in this tech is not new at all. They've been playing the long game. Their research into high-powered microwaves started way back in the 1980s, and by the mid-90s, their scientists were already publishing papers on everything from lasers to particle beams. This has been a top priority for them for a very long time. This chart gives us a great snapshot of where China is right now. You can see they've made some real progress, especially with things like laser dazzlers, designed to blind satellites in space. That's a huge deal. But as you move towards the more powerful stuff, like weapons you can mount on a ship, they're still facing some major hurdles, especially when it comes to storing and generating enough power to make them work effectively. So where is China focusing its efforts? Well, it really boils down to three key areas. First, counterspace. They see a huge advantage in being able to blind or even destroy an enemy's satellites. Second, defense, especially against things like swarms of drones. And third, they're developing a whole range of counter-drone weapons, from handheld devices for soldiers to huge truck-mounted systems. Okay, so directed energy is already a massive leap forward. But if you think that's mind-bending, there's another frontier that is even more out there. Welcome to the world of quantum warfare, which is basically the weaponization of physics itself. This quote here really says it all. China isn't just trying to build a better tank or a faster jet anymore. They are actively trying to weaponize the fundamental laws of reality. They're preparing for wars that most of us haven't even begun to imagine. So what does this actually mean for a battlefield? Well, the possibilities are staggering. Imagine a quantum radar that could make the most advanced stealth aircraft light up like a Christmas tree, or quantum sensors so sensitive they can detect a submarine hiding in the deepest parts of the ocean. And then there's the whole world of codes and secrets. Quantum communication could create truly unbreakable codes, while at the same time, quantum computers could break every single piece of encrypted data that exists today.
And this isn't some far-off future problem. Right now, adversaries are reportedly collecting huge amounts of our encrypted data. Government secrets, corporate data, you name it. They can't read it yet, but they're storing it, just waiting for the day they have a quantum computer powerful enough to unlock everything. It's a terrifying strategy called harvest now, decrypt later.
So when you take a step back and put all this together, you've got directed energy, you've got quantum technology, and you've got AI, it becomes incredibly clear that we are in the middle of a new revolution in warfare. And listen, while we focused a lot on China, it's so important to understand that they are not alone in this. This is a global race. The United States, Russia, the UK, Israel, all the major powers are pouring resources into developing these same game-changing weapons.
And just look at the scale of the investment here. The US alone is spending over $1 billion a year on directed energy weapons. And publicly, we know of at least 31 different programs. The Navy's already put lasers on its ships. The Air Force is using microwave weapons to defend against drones. The race is well and truly on.
So here's the big takeaway. The convergence of these three incredible fields, AI to do the thinking, directed energy to do the striking, and quantum tech to see and communicate in ways we never thought possible, this is creating a totally new paradigm of conflict. It's what historians call a revolution in military affairs, a fundamental shift in how wars are fought.
And it leaves us with a really profound question. In an era of invisible, instantaneous attacks, where stealth might become obsolete and every secret could one day be vulnerable, what does security or defense or even the idea of victory truly mean anymore?
If you want to keep digging into the incredible and sometimes scary technologies that are reshaping our world, make sure you like this explainer and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching.